this main defeat. Um, I'm still learning how to work the carriers. The biggest thing I have, and I'm getting better at that, is when I launch out, knowing where the carrier is headed to. Because there's been a couple times, like there's one that the carrier headed straight into a capture zone. Well, that sends up the red flag. You know, your spot's being captured. Everyone, and I imagine everybody, the veterans are going, look at this. There's a carrier sitting right here. Boom, 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 and it was gone. Cause I sailed right, but it was one of those. Like I said, I was out with my flight, flying, and I didn't notice that where the carrier was going when I left the thing in it. Let's see, library, Fun Park Comics. So, there we go. Like that's on that screen there. I got playing on 3 screens. This one I'm just working on. So that's what the audio track. And here my carrier is. I'm learning how to use the planes once they're flying. And this is one of the first or second. Like I said, I really haven't been doing that much with these yet. Except Sunday, tonight, last night I did a lot. I took all 3 carriers and I played them till I got a win on each carrier, which brought in a little bit of XP. Plus, each carrier is being upgraded as I can proceed with the 3. So I go for that first win of the day on each ship, which gives you the extended. So, and I think the Langley, I've got the best start on that, and I can't think of what the next ship was. Okay, but that would be a big upgrade to that there. But like I was saying, there was somebody I was following. I was watching their videos on how to do carriers, and that was one thing they said. They mentioned something about Japanese Hushu carrier being one of the first ones on the tier, and I said, oh, I didn't even know, because I had that filtered off when I was looking for different. So when I put the filter back on for Japanese, that Hushu popped up and I could buy it. So I bought it, and then I got to thinking, well, if I could do that for the Japanese line, there's a carrier I do believe I heard someone talk about on the German side, and there's the difference with that one. I do believe it's the instead of HE bombs dropping, which that fires, that one has AP bombs, which you can get Citadel strikes with. So that's the difference with the German to the Langley, the American Langley. The Rhine, I think it's called, and the Hushu, and then the Langley. Did I get a hit on this? No, just missed. See, this is where I'm still trying to learn how to hit these things. Because if I think it would have came in the other way and kind of put him in front, so that, see how he's zigzagging? He knows I'm coming at him. But that allows. See, I totally missed that one. They totally weird. That was one thing too they talked about with your lines. If they're extended out, that's the way your torps are going to go. If they come in to they're almost parallel, your torps are going to run parallel. See, like if I let it go now, they'll just go. Oh, I'm bombing now, aren't I? No. So, because if you're too close or too soon, they won't detonate. If you're if you go too long, there's not enough distance for them to detonate and then destroy the target. So that's part of the learning how to when to release the bombs and torpedoes. And I'm working on it. I'm getting better. Like I said, that one I did, I don't know if I got it actually recorded, but that was the first time I sunk a ship with a torpedo. And that's one thing too, is so you can see the ones that are kind of beat up, and those would be the ones to go after and kind of clean them up while everybody's working on the other ones. Because sometimes those they go off on the side, try to get away. And it's like, you're trying to get away. I got some aircraft that says you're not. And then once I get the accuracy down, get my aims and my all that working right, oh, I think the carrier is going to be devastating. Um, there's ways of dealing with them. Like I said here, like you can get a good battleship and a big cruiser. They got all kinds of AA, and they can just totally wipe your flight out. I've had it where I've gone in with 60 before I know it. I only have one left. We got a hit. See, we set a fire. We're learning. We're getting better. There's my Langley. There you go, Langley. OelGrez's. OelGrez's and Grizz are one and the same. Grizz is when I was younger. OelGrez's is when I had to. No, the reason for OelGrez's is when I was running with the Northern Lights. That's the guild on WoW, and I guess I'm still part of the guild, just inactive. But yeah, that's where I learned a lot of that. Uh-oh. See, this is what I mean. I'm trying to get my carrier turned and going back the other way into more open water, but I don't want to go too far because then it's a long distance for your planes to travel just to get to something. So it's kind of like trying to get not too close, but close enough where you be more of an effect. Because if you sit too far off, by the time you get to where you're going, see, there's some aircraft there. We shot them down. They know where I am. See that? Did you see? We shot them down. Carriers have AA too. That's part of the bigger defense is AA because against other enemy fighters. So it could be devastating to aircraft coming in, but again, they're a big target. They got a big flat surface to aim for. That's why carriers are vulnerable. Most carriers are with a task force of ships that support it to protect it, so that any enemy has to deal with those outer circle first before even getting close to the carrier. But here in World of Warships, it's nothing like that. You got no one around you protecting you, and that's the way it is. You got to go find a spot and stay out of trouble, and then launch your aircraft. Because, like I said before, the aircraft is your most powerful, is your weapon, and you can actually use it to be very effective at certain things. Like others were saying, you could sit up there and you can circle around an area where ships may not be close to it, and then say, hey, there's a couple over here, and everybody on the map says, there they are. The carrier fighters would be good for picking out the damaged ships that are trying to sneak off into the corners. Then there's others that just camp. They fall back to areas, and you can't. Now those would be the perfect ones to go after with the carrier aircraft because they're alone and they don't have any support. So the AA would just be that particular ship. But like this, when there's clusters, man, you got to fight all the AA that's surrounding in that area. So I miss. I just can't get the timing. I'll get it. I've gotten close. I've got a couple of hits with bombs. So then the Ranger, is that the next one? There's at some point you can get another squadron. You have torpedo squadron. You have bombers, and then you also have what they call rockets, where they fire like air to surface rockets. They're not homing rockets. You kind of just got to point and shoot, and hopefully they hit your target. Okay, see this sort of. That's it. Can't see what's out there. I know. I go to fight, and I start fighting the other carrier. That is the other carrier. See, that's why I kept this clip here. I was going to shorten it up, but I said, no, this is a carrier versus carrier tactic, which was a big thing in World War II. Carrier going after carrier, fighting each other without ever actually seeing each other, using your main weapon, your aircraft, to do damage. And You think it'd be easy, but it's not. I mean, that's cumbersome little ship. But at the same time, I'm keeping him busy. He's not messing with our guys, so it's kind of like I may not do a lot of damage, but not only that, I pointed him out. Others know where he is now, and he, if I know we don't have that many ships left, but if there's like maybe a couple destroyers left, that could becoming. Oh, come on, God! I get one. There. See up there. I got that. Huh? I'm watching it here too. So that's what. That's how you do that. And then I come in for another hit. Torpedoes work the best at this because he's kind of slow. And we get. There we go. And then you look back. There's one. Oh, missed him. And he hit one of my planes too. You see how close we are together, our carriers? So this is an actual carrier battle. Because I'm shooting down too. See, he must be coming at me. So there's stuff going on over at the carrier, and but I'm keeping him busy, and he's not messing with other people either. So this is actually a pretty fun battle, and like I said, we didn't win, but I did survive a lot longer. I did some damage. I did quite a bit of different stuff up above. See, now we're shooting at each other. I'm not shooting at him. I'm using my planes. That would be the secondaries firing at each other. Oh, I'm down to 2 planes left. See, this would be where, if you have more, you could send them back to the carrier, replenish it, and go back up. Because you're fairly close to each other. So it's not that much time to get to that other carrier. So, see, I'm down to, that's kind of what I did there. How many do I got? 6? Or is it 4? I can't see that on my glasses. That's just I wear my glasses. But see how that brought in a couple more aircraft to sit with? Now I'm trying to do a dive bomb. But I missed. I went in too soon. And that sort of timing comes in when you start your run, so that you're over the ship when your reticle turns green. Instead of trying to get the reticle to the ship, and that was the whole big thing on that. I'm still learning that. It's going to take a lot more battles, I hope. I'm having fun with it. I love the carriers. Always loved carriers. Always had a fascination with them. Favorite movie? Battle of Midway. I've read about it. I've watched the movies. I know quite a bit about the battle itself, and that was typical of what we're doing here, carrier tactics, who had the best carriers in the best position to outmaneuver, like a chess game with very dangerous outcome, for those that make the wrong move and get checkmate out at sea. Because there ain't no garages out there to pull into. When those start going down, they're going down. They're much, unless you got a good crew that can keep it from sinking and then get her back running and get her into a port. But that's the end of this here from Phil, Ed, and OelGrez's. I want to say thank you for watching from ELD Studio and Sons. We're going to do a little bit more with these carriers, and I will go ahead and run again Carrier Sunday next Sunday, and I'll do some battleships and destroyers throughout the week. Think what, Warship Wednesday? Sounds good to me. So from ELE Studio and Sons, Phil, Ed, and OelGrez's. I want to say thank you for watching, and everybody have a great summer. That's the end. Put in the